Good morning, dear students. Welcome back again for SSLC English online classes. And since from so many days we are discussing a textual part. Apart from textual part, we have also discussed grammar part. In that, everything we might have crossed. And if you have any doubts, you can go through the classes once again. And almost we have completed the grammar parts, each and everything. Since from parts of speech, each and everything we have completed. Since from the beginning, we have come across each and everything. And now, let us have a glance towards the next topic. It is not at all necessary to teach. It is essential thing, and you might have known since from your beginning, like when you have joined your school, not since from the beginning, like primary. When you entered into the higher primary, you may know the skill how to write a letter, right? And this is one of the essential skill each and every educated person should know. And though we have lots of other communicative things like whatever it may be fax, it may be mail, it may be text message, so many things were there. That means nowadays, this in this modern century, in this modern age, the technology has been improved, the technology has been developed. So because of that reason, we are not at all ready to write the letter. But letter writing is one of the important thing, one of the basic need each and every person should know how to write a letter. For example, if in case if you have lost an ATM card, if just take an example, if you have lost an ATM card and then you are supposed to take a new ATM card from the bank, and if you send a message or else if you send an email to the bank manager, that he will respond you? No. Why? Because they need a letter in written. In written they need. So until and unless we are not ready to give a letter in written, so that they will never give a new ATM card. So in one or the some point we have to write a letter. Though we are having so many other things, so many other communicative things, than to letter writing is must necessary for our life, right? And it is one of the formal way. Writing letter is one of the formal way, and through the letter we can share each and everything which we cannot, may not be shared with our talking or else any other thing. Yes, while we started to write, for example, if you ask a person to share his views about something, if we ask a particular person to share his views about the particular thing, then he was maybe unable to share his views while he was talking, while he was speaking. But if we ask the same person to write down the same experience, the same thoughts, which about the particular topic, then he write much more things rather than he speaks. That is the importance of letter writing. That is that having a liveliness is there in letter writing. So both we can write formal and informal, both letter we are supposed to write. And I'm going to teach you today how to write a letter orderly. And most of the students will get confusion that where should write to address, where should write from address, right? And when to write subject, and how to write salutation, greetings. See, sometimes we think that if we address dear sir or else any other name, dear sir or madam, or instead of this we can take also any other name. Okay. When we are addressing dear sir, it doesn't mean that he is very close to us. No, it is not like that. It is not like that. It is a formal way to greet. It is just a formal way to greet a particular person to whom we are writing a letter. Okay, one more thing. For example, you may ask the question, if the person which whom we are writing a letter, if he was our very close, then how to write? Write my dear, right? My dear. If you write my dear, then think that you are writing a letter to your lovable one, the one who is very close to you. And for everyone, it is just a general way that we can address dear sir or dear madam or else any other name we can write. And one more thing, we have to write begin with a capital letter. When we are writing a greeting, we should begin with the capital letter, not with the small letter. For example, not like this. We have to begin with the capital letter, right? And now we will go by step how to write formal letter and informal letter both. First, I'll write the question. Okay, here we are going through the example, one of the example. This is a formal letter. It is formal letter. Okay. Now, first you should read the question carefully. That is the basic thing. If you ask to imagine by yourself so and so, then you have to mention the same name, the same thing which has been mentioned in the question. Right? Here in this question, imagine that you are Ravi or Radha of 9th standard from Gnanajyoti School, Gulbarga. Okay, next, write an application to the principal to issue transfer certificate. Now here, you are supposed to ask to imagine that you are Ravi and or Radha. Right? If you are a male, then write only the name of Ravi. Okay? If you are a female, then write the name of only Radha. No need to write Ravi or Radha both at a time. Right? No need to write. If you are a girl, then write Radha. If you are a boy, then write Ravi. No need to write both at a time. Okay, this is the basic thing. And if you have asked to imagine that by yourself so and so, then you're not supposed to write A, B, C or X, Y, Z, such things. Yes, when you have not given any particular name into the question, then only you can write ABC or XYZ. When nothing has been given into the question paper, when a particular name has been not mentioned in the question paper, then only you can write ABC or XYZ. Right? I hope this is clear. Now, this is the question that you are Ravi or Radha and for 10th studying in 9th standard, and the school name is Jnana School, Gulbarga. And you are supposed to ask to write a letter to the principal for what? To issue the transfer certificate. Okay. For this application, we have to write a written letter. Written letter is must and necessary in such things. For example, you may think that nowadays, who is writing a letter? No one is ready to write a letter. Yes, of course, I agree with that. But that doesn't mean that writing a letter has been completely died. No, not like that. Not like that. For example, take the instance of this only. If you are supposed to change your school and you wanted your transfer certificate, if you directly go to your principal or if you take a contact number of your principal and you text him like, sir, so and so, I'm so and so, and I'm studying in your school and I wanted to change my school. So please issue me a transfer certificate. If you send a message to the principal, whether he is ready to give your transfer certificate, do you think like that? No, he won't give. In such a way, this is one of the formality. For completion of the formality, we have to write a letter, right? We have to write an application. For such things, email is not necessary. For such things, fax is not necessary. For such things, text message is not at all necessary. Though the technology has been progressed, though the technology has been developed, advanced technology is there nowadays. It is not at all technology, it is advanced technology is there. But then too, one of the some point we are supposed to write an application, a letter, whatever it may be. Not for only issuing the transfer certificate. It requesting letter. Yes, it may be requesting letter or else it may be greeting letter, right? Or it may be thanking letter, right? So many things were there, right? If we started to make a list, it goes on and on. If we started to make a list, it will goes on and on. And in some point, at such point, we are supposed to write a written letter. A written letter is must necessary. And here, let us go to the topic that here you are supposed to ask to write a letter to the principal for asking transfer certificate. Now, I'll drop the question and I'll start from the beginning. And one more thing, basic thing is write a letter. See, this is your paper, okay? This is your paper, and you're supposed to write each and everything from your left side, right? Though it may be to address, though it may be date, though it may be from address, whatever it may be, though it is greeting, though it may be subject, whatever it may be, what the things you are writing, you have to write from your left side. Should begin with your left side. And don't write like this. For example, from Ravi or Radha. Okay? Jnana Jyoti high school. Gulbarga. Okay. Now you are starting the letter. Just take example. You are starting the letter and you have write like from address Ravi or Radha Jnanajyoti High School, Gulbarga. Now you wrote the from address here. And now next point, the next step what you are writing, that you should start from here itself. Right? Whatever the thing here. If you are supposed to write a date, then start from here itself. Okay? If you started here, or else if you write in the middle, no, not like that. You have to write the same way which you have started the beginning. Right? You have to cross check this thing. Each and everything should be in your left side and it should be written in a order way. And one more basic thing is clean and neat handwriting should be there. Okay, clean and neat handwriting. If, for example, if you are supposed to write a letter to your class teacher just for asking 2 days leave, and you wrote in such a handwriting that not even your school principal cannot be able to read that letter, then how could they identify that letter has been written by you and the matter what is the actual subject of the letter? If it was written in a clean and neat handwriting, then only they can be able to understand. That is the most and major thing that you have to be careful about your handwriting while you are writing the letter. Apart from the handwriting, the neatness should be there. Neatness and the clean handwriting should be there in your letter. And it should be like a readable letter should be there. Readable letter should be there. Each and every letter can be able to read by one or the other person, whosoever it may be, the reader one. Then those persons should read your letter properly and clearly. When they can read your letter completely, when you are supposed to write a letter in a proper way with a neat handwriting with cleanliness. Okay, please be careful about those things, the cleanliness and the neat handwriting. Okay, now as I said, everything you should write the left side of your paper. Okay, now start. First thing, from. Okay, the from address you have to write, then date. Okay, then to address, to whom you are writing a letter. Okay, then the subject, then greeting, then greetings, and body of the letter, the matter, what you are supposed to write. Body of the letter. Body of the letter. Then at last, yours, obedient student, obedient or affectionate or faithful. See, these things will change according to the letter. According to the letter. If you are writing a common letter, then you can write obedient, faithful, right? And if you are writing an informal letter, then you can write a lovable, lovely, or else affectionate. Such things you can write. Okay? Now, what is formal letter? I did not say, right? Okay. Formal letter is nothing but the letter which you are writing to in another word, you can also say that it is official letter. the letter which we are writing to the principal or else to the class teacher or else to the municipal council or else to district commissioner, such things, if we are writing a letter to such things, then this is an official letter. When the matter comes to the informal letter is nothing but it is related to the personal letter. Personal letter in the sense we can write to our family members, relatives, friends, such things. Right? Now, we will start with the letter. That first one is a formal, and I said everything should be from your left side. Nothing should be come from your right, or else nothing should be come in the middle of your letter. Okay. Now start from. Right? No need to underline. And after from, comma is must necessary. In the previous class only I said punctuation mark is must necessary in your writing. Right? Okay. After from, write comma without fail. And what you are supposed to imagine that you are Ravi or Radha. You can write Ravi if you are a boy. You can write Radha if you are a girl. Right? Then you are from Jnana Jyoti High School. Jnana Jyoti High School, Gulbarga. Right? Then the next step is date. Write date here 10, 12. Next, to address. To whom you are supposed to writing a letter? To whom you are writing a letter in this question? To the principal. To the principal of, again the same thing, Jnana Jyoti High School. Jnana Jyoti High School, Gulbarga. Right? First from, then date, then to address, then the subject. Subject. What is the subject here? Subject was that to issue the transfer certificate. And here you have to write application for issuing. You can write in an abbreviation way, or else you can also write complete full form, that is transfer certificate. Okay, till now everything is over. Half of the letter is over. Next, remaining the body of the letter. Now, before the body of the letter, what we are supposed to write? The greeting. That is, dear sir or madam. Dear sir or madam. Put a comma here. Okay. Then start your letter from here. I am. See, instead of dear sir or madam, you can also write respected sir. Respected sir. Right? Okay. Now, body of the letter we start. I am Ravi, comma, studying in 9th standard. One more thing. When you are writing a Roman letter, no need to write 9 or 10 like this. Already it is written in a Roman letter. If you are writing an English letter like 9, 10, so you are supposed to write like this. Okay? And here we are writing a Roman letter, then no need to write TH, that is 9, like that. Okay. Studying in the 9th standard in your school. In your school. Full stop. Next. I hope this is not visible. I'll start from here. I am continuation part. Writing I'm writing this application. I'm writing this application with an intent. Intent in the sense intention. With an intent to apply for transfer certificate. To apply for transfer certificate. First of all, I need to change my school, comma, because my father got transferred to Bidar. Okay. First and basic thing is, for what reason you are writing a letter? For what reason you are writing a letter? To issue the transfer certificate. For that thing, you have to give the particular specific reason, genuine reason you have to give. Why that? Why do you require your transfer certificate? And here he is giving the genuine reason that he wanted to change his school because his father got transferred to the another city. Next, we have to change the paragraph. So, comma, kindly. See, using such words are must necessary in the letter. Using such words are must necessary. By using such words, your letter writing should be in a polite way. Okay? If you are not supposed to use such words in your letter, then that letter will be in a it will be in a like the manner of ordering or else demanding or else commanding. Right? If you wanted to make a request, then use such things, such words into your letter. And these words will show your politeness. These words will show your politeness. While you are writing your letter, if you use such kinds of words, or kindly, or else any other thing, if you are using such polite words, then your letter shows that you are a very polite one. Right? Okay. So, kindly issue my transfer certificate. Transfer certificate. To continue my studies in new school. to continue my studies in school. Now, the last thing, thank you. Thank you. You are supposed to write in a capital letter and from your left side itself. Thank you. Okay, then last point, that is yours, faithful or is obedient. Obedient student. Right? Any one of this, faithful or obedient. Your obedient student or is your faithful student. Ravi or Radha. Ravi or Radha. Signature. Okay. This is how you are supposed to write an application. This is formal letter. As I said, while you are writing a formal letter, please write the things from your left side and begin with the from address. Okay. From address, then date, then to address, then subject, greeting, body of the letter, thank you, then yours, obedient or else yours, faithful student. Right? And if you are supposed to ask a letter to write the municipal council, instead of this, student, you can take citizen. Okay? Right. Then this is about formal letter. Then we will go to the next, that is informal letter. And please make sure that while you are writing the letter, you are supposed to write the subject of the letter. It should be mentioned very clearly, and for that subject, you should mention a genuine reason. Genuine reason must be there in your letter, and the kind words, the soft words. The soft words you have to use while you are writing a letter. That shows your politeness. Okay? That shows your politeness. Now, let us start with informal letter. Imagine that you are Kiran or Kavya from government high school bus. Okay, now the letter you are supposed to write to your father. Let's write a letter to your father. Write a letter to your father asking him to send money for school fees. Okay, now this is an informal letter. This is an informal letter, and that you have asked to imagine by yourself that Kiran or Kavya from Government High School, Mysore, and you are supposed to write a letter to your father. Yes, you are supposed to write a letter to your father for what? The reason is to ask money, and that money is for what? That money is for paying a school fees. Now, a slight there comparing to formal letter in the informal letter? That is, as I said, in the formal letter, don't get confusion, right? Here, formal letter, I ask you to write form address from, then next step is date, then to address, then next is subject, then salutation, that is greetings, then body of the letter, the next thing is thank you, right? The last one is yes, obedient student. Okay, now slight changes is there in informal letter. Informal letter, as we are writing from, then date to subject, greetings, body of the letter, then thank you, then yes, obedient. Okay, now here in informal letter, as usual, from address, then date, and then strike out these things in informal letter. What we have to write? What we are not supposed to write here in informal letter? We are writing a to address and then subject in formal letter, right? But in informal letter, while we are writing an informal letter, starts from address, then date, then directly greetings. No need to write to address and subject in the informal letter. Please keep it in your mind, while you are writing an informal letter, you are not supposed to write to address after the date and the subject. Subject is not at all necessary to write in the informal letter. Then greetings, then body of the letter. Body of the letter. Then again, the last one is yes, affectionately, or lovable son. Whatever you wanted to write, you can write. Lovable son. Their name, what has been mentioned in the question paper. Then at last, you are supposed to write to address. When after completion of your letter, the body of the letter, then you are supposed to write the to address at last. At last, you have to write to address. And just slight changes is there. Here we are writing a to address after the from address, but here we are writing a to address after completion of our letter. Right? The body of the letter, the matter which we are supposed to write in the letter, after completion of the matter, we are supposed to write the to address. Okay, I hope this is clear. Don't get confusion that while you are writing an informal letter, no need to write the subject and then to address after the from address. Okay, now I'll start. Okay. Now, as we have completed the formal letter and this is an informal letter. In this informal letter, I already said that write a from address first, then date, then no need to write the to address and the subject. Okay? Directly starts from the greetings, that is dear father, or else you can write dear papa. Then body of the letter, whatever the things which you have to write in your letter according to the subject. Right? Already matter has been given in the question paper that you are supposed to ask, write a letter to your father for asking money. For that money for paying a school or exam fees. Okay. Here we have given a body of the letter, and in this we are having a chance and the choice to reduce the body of the letter, then also write much more things. Elaborating the letter is also we can do, and we can also reduce the body of the letter as per your convenience. You can reduce your body of the letter, or else you can elaborate your body of the letter. See, I received your letter yesterday. I am fine here. And full stop. Then my studies are going well. Examinations are drawing near. Drawing in the sense it's coming near, and I have to pay my exam fees. And I shall be grateful if you could send me rupees 5,000 in this week. And I assure you of excellent results and good behavior. Then starts from the next paragraph. Please convey my best regards and love to family members. Your lovable son or else your lovable daughter. Instead of lovable, we can also write affectionate daughter or else affectionate son. Right? Then your name. Then at last, to address. Here, place is not sufficient, so I have written continuously. I rub this and I write. Okay. At last, you are supposed to write the to address. That is the receiver's address. Only just a difference is from formal letter to informal letter is, in the formal letter we are writing the to address, that is receiver's address after the sender's address. But here we are writing the receiver's address at last. That is the difference. And we are not supposed to write the subject in the informal letter. Though the subject has been mentioned in your question, that is, you are supposed to write a letter to your father, your mother, or else your friend for asking her to attend your birthday party. So and so. So many reasons were there mentioned in your question paper, but you are not supposed to write the subject in your letter while you are writing an informal letter. This is how you have to write the formal letter and the informal letter. And basic thing, you have to follow each and every steps while you are writing the letter. Each and everything. Cleanliness should be there, neat handwriting should be there, and your letter should be readable. Your letter should be readable, and make the paragraphs to read carefully and to read very strong address, where to write the form address, where to write the date, how to write the greetings. These all things, please keep it in your mind while you are writing both formal and the informal letter. This is about your letter writing. I'll complete today's class here itself and see you in the next class. Thank you.